Hello everybody, it's Lilia here and it's time to learn some grammar. Alright guys, so my name is Lilia and as you have learnt before, this video is going to be all about grammar. So today we're going to talk about little things that you can do in order to reach a varied grammatical range and score higher in your speaking test, whichever exam you have chosen to do. So I have just drawn up a couple of ideas here in my computer, so I'm really sorry if my eyes keep wandering around the room. That's just me checking with my notes. So a bit of a background for this video. I'm currently doing an IELTS preparation course with British Council on the Future Learn platform on the internet, because I'd really love to have to get a grasp of an IELTS test from an insider's perspective so I can teach it better over to my students. And apparently grammatical range is one of the criteria for the speaking test. So in order to show that you can speak English well and pass your speaking test with flying colours in IELTS, you need to have quite a wide grammatical range. And many people on the course have actually left their comments saying that they just normally stick to one or two grammatical structures that they have truly mastered, but they never actually get to showing off their grammatical range that they do have, and which actually results in the name of the criteria, which is grammatical range and accuracy. So many people think that if they don't use enough grammar, their language doesn't sound that fluent, and that might cost them points, and this is true to an extent. So I posted a suggestion in the comment what I think learners can do to improve their grammatical range and accuracy and make their grammar sound varied. So I thought it wasn't really enough, because I thought that I actually want to share it here with the YouTube community. So this video is going to be all about improving your grammatical range and accuracy and creating an impression that your English grammar is varied, and hopefully it actually is. So the tip I'm going to share with you today is quite simple. What you have to do is learn grammar in structures. So I'll explain what learning grammar in structures means a bit later. But first of all, let me just share with you a couple of things why I think this recommendation will work. First, if you master a structure by repeating it many times, it will come out faster in the real exam. So you'll instantly sound more fluent, and that will help you score higher in fluency and coherence, which is also an examination criterion. And so by doing so, you're literally killing two birds with one stone. And this is a fantastic thing to do. Then, secondly, one structure can serve many purposes depending on the context. Today I'll be sharing with you some grammatical structures that I think can tick so many boxes in so many different contexts. So you only need to learn a couple of structures and then walk into your speaking room and do your speaking the best you can. So this is just great. You don't have to, to be worried that you can't fit all grammar into your studying routine. And thirdly, structures make a speech sound organized and help you get to the point easier. So if you get that good structure and decent structure in the exam, that will create an impression that you know what you're talking about and you're sharing some great info with the examiner. And this is definitely going to be of a bit of help in whatever exam you're taking that contains a speaking part. So before I share my fantastic grammatical structures with you today, I would like to ask you to make sure that you're subscribed to this channel, and you can do so if you click on the subscribe button below under this video, and please give this video a massive thumbs up. That will make me so motivated and it will make me happy. On a less egoistic note, that will also help you become a better teacher or a more fluent English speaker, because on this channel I tend to share quite a few tips on reaching a desirable level of English fluency. Oh, that's embarrassing. Okay, so I hope that you do like this video and you find the structures useful. So let's get down to business. Right, so here's the first grammatical tip. It might be the case that. If you master that, there is a high chance you'll be able to use that structure in so many contexts when you'll be speculating about something in the exam. For example, it might be the case that the guy who was serving a latte in the bar yesterday was actually interested in you, right? So just you're suggesting, you're speculating, and it is a great phrase to use in your exam too. It might be the case that. Just learn that beginning and you'll be able to start any sentence with that fantastic phrase. Okay, now grammatical phrase number 2. The more you are in the better. The more fluent you are during your speaking test, the better. The faster you speak, the better. The more coherent your English is, the better. The closer you are with your children, the better. You may change the phrase a little bit as well. The more money you have, the better. The more money you have, the richer person you are. The richer person you are, the more clothes you can get in your favorite online shop, something like that. So there you go. You can change little bits of the phrase in order to make it fit in your particular context. It doesn't really matter, but make sure that you do stick to the original grammar of the phrase, which shows that your grammatical range is actually varied. The more you are in, the better. Okay, phrase number 3. When it comes to I think that. So this is a great phrase because it does express your opinion, and this is something you're required to do quite a lot in your speaking test. So you could use it like this. When it comes to clothes, I think, looks like I'm on the theme of clothes today. I'm very sorry about that. When it comes to clothes, I think that the best clothes are those that flatter your body, all right, or that are true to your size, or the absence of clothes. Okay, be naughty. So when it comes to learning English, I think that speaking practice works best. When it comes to the English grammar, I think learning structures can really drive you forward in terms of your exam practice, because they will come out faster and you won't have to spend that much time thinking what you're going to say. When it comes to politics, I don't think this is one of the subjects that I'd like to discuss right now. When it comes to something, I think something else. There we go. All right, phrase number 4. As it may sound, as weird as it may sound, social events are not my cup of tea, all right? As odd as it may sound, I'm not a super extroverted kind of person, all right? As weird as it may sound, although I look quite tall, I'm actually 1 meter and 60 centimeters tall, something like that. Okay, so this is a great phrase to use as an opening linker as well, and it's really communicative and supernatural. As weird as it may sound, as odd as it may sound, as strange as it may sound. Okay, something like that. I hope you do get the message. Phrase number 5, and this is my ultimate favorite that I use all the time because I'm a kind of person who loves exaggerating everything, and I tend to be on a more expressive kind of spectrum because I usually talk. I love singling out important things, and those are the things I tend to focus on. So here's the phrase itself. One big thing I have learned about is that. All right. One big thing I have learned about something is that. All right. Okay, by the way, you can find all the phrases written down below if you open the description box under this video, so don't worry, I'm not leaving you there phraseless. You can check the spelling under the video, so make sure you pronounce every single word correctly. So one big thing I have learned about human psychology is that I can't really get into another person's head and make them think something that they don't. Okay, one big thing I have learned about running a YouTube channel, that it's better to be consistent with your videos than make a very long break, something like that. You can also add a bit of variation to this phrase by saying, one big question that's been bothering me for a long time is, okay, one big question that's been bothering, that means worrying me. One big question that's been bothering me for a long time is why your friends leave when you most need them. So there we go. Those were generally my 5 favorite grammatical structures that I use all the time when I speak, and that helped me get through my speaking tests, and I have taken quite a few, I should say. So the phrases are great and act as brilliant linkers. You may adopt them and use them as much as you like. If you learn to use them properly, you'll feel obliged to stick to a specific grammatical form. One thing that I always recommend people to do is just practice saying the basic phrase as much as they can. So when it comes to pay attention to the linking, make sure it comes out naturally, easily, freely. Don't have to spend much time remembering the phrase, trying to bring it forward. Just say it, and if you say it 1,000 times, I'm pretty sure it will work. By using these phrases, you show that your English is natural, fluent, grammatically accurate and coherent, and you can apply this rule to vocabulary clusters as well. So there we go. This is the end of this video. I've got a piece of homework for you today, guys, too. So if you have 1 or 2 grammatical structures that you use all the time, or your English teacher uses, and you think you could incorporate them more into your English, then make sure you share those in the comments section down below for me and other learners. Check them out and improve our English as well. So I hope that you found this video useful. If you have, please make sure you give it a big thumbs up by clicking on the like button down below this video, and I hope to see you very, very soon. Make sure you check out my other videos on exams too. So I hope to talk to you soon. I love you, Lilia.